Fizzle cipher structure. Many of the blocked encryption algorithms follow Fizzle cipher structure, such as DES, triple DES, such algorithms which follow this type of algorithm. In this type of algorithm, it will take the input as a plain text of block size 2W bits, and it will take a key, a secret key it will take. Now see here, a secret key is taken here and it takes here 2W. I use here 2W because I want to divide this block into two parts, left part and right part. So I mentioned here 2W. Now the next step here is the plain text block is divided into two halves, equal parts, left hand and right hand. Left hand is called as LE0, right hand is called as RE0. These two halves are actually passes through n rounds of processing. After n rounds of processing, you have to combine these two to produce the cipher text or cipher block text. Okay. Now, in each round, the input, for example, see this one. In each round, the input is actually the previous output. For example, if you go to round number I, the input is actually taken from left hand side of I-1 and the right hand side of I-1. Actually, it is derived from the previous round. And it will take one key called as Ki. And this Ki actually derived from the key called as K, which is provided at the beginning. Now what actually happens, whenever the key is given to this algorithm, it will create n number of subkeys, and each key is different from other subkeys. Each subkey is different from other subkeys as well as key. For each round, one subkey is given. A separate one subkey is given for the processing. Now, see here, a subkey Ki are different from K and from each other are generated from the key by subkey generated algorithm. These subkeys are actually created using a subkey generation algorithm, and all the subkeys are actually depending on the key, secret key, and it is generated in a particular order. Each subkey generation is depending on the previous subkey created. In the given figure, 16 rounds are used here. Totally 16 rounds are used. If you see properly here, it is starting from round number 1 up to round number 16. In practical, we can use any number of rounds to encrypt, to convert into ciphertext. We can use any number of rounds, but if you use more number of rounds, it's a more secure. If you are using less number of rounds, it's a less secure. So in many good algorithms, they are using a range from 10 to 16 rounds for each ciphering. This right hand side of this figure actually shows the description process. This is the left hand side is actually called as encryption, which will convert the plain text into ciphertext, and this right hand side is called as description. Decryption means convert back cipher to plain. All rounds in this encryption and decryptions are same structure. Here substitution is performed on the left half of the data. If you see here, the substitution is done on the left half of the data. Now if you see here, left half is actually substituted here and create a right half. This is done by applying a round function. If you see here, this is done by using a round function. What it will do here, it will take the right hand half of the data, then apply some round function with the help of a key, a sub key provided in this round, and whatever the result you got, you got from the round function is XORed with the left hand side, and the result is actually nothing but the right hand side, and this right hand side is actually given to the next round. Here I used a second round. This right hand side is given to the next round of the right hand side, and this left hand is given, and this right hand is given to the left side. This process continues in each round. Right hand is given to the left side of the next round, and this substituted value, left hand side substituted value, is given at the right hand side of the next round, and this process continues until 16 round. After the 16 round, the left hand and right hands are just exchanged. Now see, this decryption process is also same as encryption, but it will process in reverse order. First, if you see here properly, the left hand side is actually goes to the right hand side. During the decryption, whatever the left hand side is there, it goes to the right hand side, and the right hand side is actually goes to the left hand side, and the process is same as the encryption process. Each round is same as the encryption process, but only the key value given here is sub key value given is in the reverse order. First we are giving a sub key K16, okay, then the K15, then the K14, and the last we have to give a key called as K1 here. Both of this algorithm, encryption and decryption algorithms, use the same type of technique, only the input key sub key given is different. So it is possible to use a same algorithm for encryption and decryption. That means both the sender and the receiver has the same algorithm. Both are having the same algorithm, only the giving of sub key is different in the decryption process. So that is the advantage of this technique.